Yeah, this is a really weird video to make, but I'm a Get Your Ex Back coach going through a separation with my wife at the moment. And it's been pretty surreal. The whole experience has been pretty weird. Now, if you know my story, I had a relationship previous to this where, you know, I reattracted my ex, and that particular relationship didn't work out. Um, and then fast forward a while, went on a dating spree and ultimately met my current wife, and we had a 5 year relationship. Everything was really, really good. Then we started to have some problems and recently going through a separation. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because as a Get Your Ex Back coach, I tell people what to do and what not to do. And a lot of the advice that I have is extremely emotionally difficult because you have to play it cool and you have to put your best foot forward and think about the way that you're affecting that other person, just like you would if you were out in the club or something with that person that you have all this baggage with. And the stakes are high, right? You're emotionally connected to your person. So, if things aren't going well, you're gonna kind of freak out. And, this is all stuff that I went through even just recently. So, of course, I'm not gonna like put our business out there and say, what went wrong or why things are falling apart or anything like that. I would never do that. I have a lot of respect for my wife, but um, when things started unraveling, I was making all the same mistakes that all the clients make that come to me, in terms of trying to kind of like talk her out of it, trying to appeal to emotion, get her to reconsider. She was kind of the one pulling away initially, and by me chasing after her, to so to speak, like resisting the split. It just kind of like fast forwarded everything. It like added fuel to the fire. And so even a coach that knows what to do, okay, even a coach that knows what to do, that tells many people what to do every single day, and it has 300,000 followers on TikTok, that it puts out videos every day and tells people what to do in these scenarios. I'm still making mistakes because it's so emotionally hard to do the right things in these scenarios. But I'll tell you, it's funny. Once I got past that point where I was trying to get her, to reconsider, which was a short time frame. A lot of people, chase for a long time. I did it just to, have the chance at immediate reconciliation. It didn't go. But the second I made peace with that, now I started just doing all the right things. Okay, now I did all the right things. Well, I wouldn't say all the right things, but I started making a lot of wise moves in relation to the situation. So, for example, one of the most immediate things I did was move out right away. And when you put space in between you and your partner, you start pulling away from them. You start not watching their social medias. You stop trying to make things happen and cling on. You start focusing on yourself. You see a pretty drastic change in their behavior if they're still connected to you. And when I started doing that, my wife turned right back around, and then she wanted, she was the one that wanted to put things back together. So as far as what's going to happen with us goes, I really couldn't say right now. I'm in a place where I don't know how I feel because I had to harden myself to get here, right? And love her to death and all that. But what I wanted to do was share with you guys a very real and personal story that I'm currently going through, to reinforce this idea that the things that I teach work. Okay. And it's hard. It's so hard that even I mess it up. And I just wanted to be real with you guys about that. You need to have some grace for mistakes that you make along the way when you're trying to get your ex back. Any mistake that you make will be washed away with time. Okay? Doesn't mean they're going to forget all the way. If you do and say certain things, right? Like, you still might have to make amends for it later. But in terms of attraction, you will have sort of a second chance if you put enough time in between whatever little mistakes that you made when you were appealing to break up to begin with, and then later. So if you're going through this and you want some help, I probably should have reached out to somebody and got some help, when I was going through this. So you can, because you can't see your own blind spots. But if you want help, click into my profile, click this link right here, set up a call with me, and I want to hear your story. And yes, I'm going to give you a step-by-step game plan to get your ex back. And yes, it's going to be hard, but you can do it.